It is untrue to say that the Hebrew word Echad, meaning one, in Deuteronomy 6, verse 4, points to so-called compound unity. A recent defense of the Trinity argues that when one modifies a collective noun like bunch or herd, a plurality is implied in Echad. The argument is entirely fallacious. The sense of plurality is derived from the collective noun herd, etc., not from the word one. Echad in Hebrew is the numeral one. I quote, Abraham was one, Echad. That's in Ezekiel 33, verse 24. Or, Abraham was only one man, as the NIV translates there. In Isaiah 51, verse 2, we find also described the same Abraham as one, Echad, alone, as the King James Version has it, the only one, the New Jerusalem Bible, where there's no possible misunderstanding about the meaning of this simple word. Echad, meaning one, appears in translation as the numeral one, or only, or alone, entire, undivided, one single, as we find in the Theological Dictionary of the Old Testament, written in 1974. The normal meaning of Echad is one and not two, as we read in Ecclesiastes 4, verse 8. I quote, God is one Lord, Deuteronomy 6, verse 4, cited by Jesus in Mark 12, verse 29, in the New American Standard Version. Hence, obviously, one person only, and distinct from the Lord Messiah, who's mentioned in the same passage in Mark 12, verse 36. The one God is identified with the Father in Malachi 1, verse 6, and Malachi 2, verse 10, and is constantly in the New Testament distinguished from Jesus, the Son of God, who is presented as a separate individual. In the Hebrew Bible, the Lord's anointed, literally the Lord's Christ, is the King of Israel. This agent of the Lord God is on no occasion confused with God. The claim that one really means compound oneness is an example of argument by assertion without logical proof. The argument involves an easily detectable linguistic fallacy. Echad appears some 960 times in the Hebrew Bible, and in no case does the word itself carry a hint of plurality. It means strictly, quote, one and not two or more. Echad is a numerical adjective, and natural enough, it is sometimes found modifying a collective noun, one family, one herd, one bunch. But we should observe carefully that the sense of plurality resides in the compound noun and not in the word Echad, meaning one. Early in Genesis, we learn that the two will become one flesh. Genesis 2:24. The word one here means precisely one and no more. One flesh and not two fleshes. One bunch of grapes is just that, one and not two bunches. Thus, when God is said to be one Lord, in Deuteronomy 6, verse 4, quoted in the New Testament by Jesus in Mark 12, verse 29, New American Standard Version, God is a single Lord and no more. Imagine that someone claimed that the word one meant compound one in the words one tripod. Suppose someone thought that the one United States of America implied that one was really plural in meaning. The specious reasoning is obvious. The idea of plurality belongs to the word tripod and states, not to the word one. It is a subterfuge to transfer to one the plurality which belongs only to the following noun. It would be similar to saying that one really means 100 when it appears in the combination 1 centipede. Our point can be confirmed in any lexicon of Biblical Hebrew. The lexicon by Köhler and Baumgartner gives as the fundamental meaning of Echad, one single. That's from the Hebrew and Aramaic lexicon of the Old Testament, written in 1967. Echad is often rendered a single or only one. For example, Revised Standard Version, Exodus 10, verse 19, a single locust. Exodus 33, verse 5, a single moment. Deuteronomy 19, verse 15, a single witness. Thus, when it comes to the matter of Israel's creed, the text informs us, as do the multiple singular pronouns for God, that Israel's supreme Lord is, quote, one single Lord, one Lord alone. The fact that many waters were gathered to one Echad place, Genesis 1:9, provides no data at all for a compound sense for one, much less for a plurality in the Godhead. I note that in Genesis chapters 1 and 2 alone, we have examples of one day, one place, one of his ribs, one of us. If according to Trinitarian theory, us means a triune God, one would presumably mean one single member of the three.